welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm here to bring you the EFC 24/7 report after Everton have just got a draw at home to Aston Villa and extended that home record. So yeah, we're going to look through some of the transfer rumours from today, apart from the match. Obviously the result that's just come in, and some of that news involves Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, and it involves Ancelotti being asked about Hojbjerg as well at the game. So I'll take you through some of that news. First come out, the Everton have opened talks with Southampton over Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. Southampton are said to be looking at deals that would see a player join them as part of the deal. So there's been obviously a few names chucked about. Hojbjerg's obviously a central midfielder, so whether that likes of maybe Delph, Davis or Sigurdsson might go the opposite way to Southampton, I'm sure Everton fans would be keen on a deal as such. And apparently also the Liverpool Echo reports that Tottenham are also interested in the midfielder as well, and also in talks with Southampton over a deal about including Kyle Walker-Peters in a deal as well, who's obviously on loan out at Southampton this year, so including a permanent deal for him would be favourable for Southampton, but they would be losing the captain and probably the best central midfielder. So I'm guessing they'd want a central midfielder, including a deal as well, and we've got plenty of them. Potentially Sigurdsson, who obviously we bought for £45 million, so that could be involved in the offer as well. Carlo Ancelotti was asked about it after the game, and he said, "I don't want to talk about this. It is unfair to talk about a player that is at another club in this moment. But usually when a manager comes out like this and doesn't rule it out, it signals potential interest. So it looks like Everton are solidly interested in Hojbjerg, and talks have apparently started. So when it comes out to Liverpool Echo as well, it tends to be quite solid news because they have the sources and they can't report fake news because they have the relationship with the club. So that looks like pretty solid interest. Hojbjerg to Everton potentially if we can go ahead of Tottenham in the race. And the Telegraph have said that Everton, I've given a little bit more detail, Everton have offered £18 million to Southampton midfielder Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. So 18 million, I'm sure that would be a decent investment to be fair, and he's a leader. Obviously he's at Southampton at the moment. He's not playing because of the interest around him, but he is their captain and he could be a leader for Everton as well, potentially. But yeah, moving on from the Hojbjerg news, there's news about Wilfried Zaha as well, obviously close to joining Everton last summer before the deal fell through pretty much, and we had to settle for Alex Iwobi, which hasn't gone too well since. But Everton reportedly, according to the Daily Mail, which of course you've got to take with a pinch of salt, Everton remain interested in Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich and Newcastle are also said to be also monitoring Zaha's situation, so wouldn't take too much out of that one. That's more paper talk. A couple more rumours today. Alan is another central midfielder from Napoli who's been linked quite heavily with Everton recently. I've brought you some of those reports before in these EFC 24/7 reports, and apparently, according to Sport Witness via Calcio Napoli 24, Everton have made the most important offer for the midfielder, but the Serie A club are stalling the deal according to the latest reports in Italy. So I don't know if they want to let him go. Obviously quite an important player for them, so I think they will be keen to keep hold of him. But it sounds like there is interest from Everton because the rumours have come quite often, but we're not going to be signing as many players, I don't think, as we would have been if it weren't for the pandemic. So it has changed our situation, but I'm sure and I know that Everton will be looking to strengthen the squad, 3 or 4 quality additions rather than a big overhaul this summer. I know we're looking to ship players out the door, but another player who could be out the door is Cenk Tosun, and Fenerbahce sporting director Emre Belözoğlu will meet with Everton on Thursday over Cenk Tosun, according to reports in Turkey from Fotospor. And they say he has talks planned with Marcel Brand and is hopeful of agreeing a deal for a 29-year-old striker. It's an interesting one because obviously he came from Besiktas, who loved him and still love him. They still show him support on social media, so to go to Fenerbahce would be an interesting move. Apparently Everton have been dealt a blow in the chances of signing Bouna Sarr. He's a 28-year-old French right-back. Obviously we could do with some strength in that area at the moment. He's been at Marseille, doing quite well there, but any chances we might have had of signing him, Sarr's come out and said I have still 2 years left on my deal. We'll have to wait until see how the market will work, if there are opportunities, but I'm not obsessed with leaving. For once, we will be playing in the Champions League. I really want to discover that here. So it looks like he could be staying put for the time being at least. And the last bit of transfer news I'll bring you is to do with Hojbjerg, a player you might not have heard of before, but apparently, according to Croatian outlet Net, Everton scouts watched Dynamo Zagreb star Hojbjerg against Hojbjerg Split, obviously the team we took Nikola Vlasic from after playing them in the Europa League qualifying rounds a couple of years back under Ronald Koeman. But yeah, Atalanta and Fiorentina scouts were reportedly at the match as well. He's a 23-year-old playmaker who has 2 goals and 5 assists to his name this season. And apparently Everton were there to watch him as well. But unfortunately, the player was sent off minutes after half time. So wasn't the best time to go and watch him. But I'm sure more detailed scouting will go into the player apart from just that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the transfer news coming out of today. So yeah, and make sure you watch the lads have got videos out at the moment to do with the instant match reaction and the player ratings as well. So go and give them a watch while you're here. But thanks for watching and join us next time on the Toffee Blues.